Cowabunga is exactly what people were saying out loud when it was announced that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge was going to get a summer 2022 release. And everyone got out of their half shells. They were no longer scared of COVID after 2 years of scaredness. And yeah, just to play this game, and boy was it worth risking getting COVID for, if you had to. Otherwise, if you bought it digitally, you're probably fine, so don't worry. I don't think that transfers online. I don't think that's how it works. So anyways, boy is this game the game that we've been waiting for. It only got announced, I think, last May in 2021, which feels like half a decade ago under COVID. And yeah, it's definitely been worth waiting all this time, which feels longer than a year. And this really feels like Turtles on Time on serious steroids, serious energy drinks, whatever you want to say. You can play up to 6 players at once, which is amazing. So it's really hard to describe this game without spoiling like any sort of aspect of it. Like, all I can say is pretty much you can play as the 4 main turtles, voiced by the classic actors from the 80s TV show. You can play as April O'Neil, which has been advertised, that's not really a spoiler, and you play as Splinter. So it's sort of like a 80s Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan dream come true. It's like a wet Ninja Turtles dream. That sounds a little bit weird, but that's essentially what it is. Yeah, so there's like a million nods to the 80s TV show. Almost all the voice actors for the main cast are back, and then some. It's a lot of fun to play. Like, I'll just say that again. It's a lot of fun to play, and you should play this. Even if you only like beat 'em ups and you don't like Ninja Turtles, you're gonna probably love this. It was very rare for me to see anyone say anything negative. You can't please everyone, but like almost every single person I've seen has reviewed this game, played this game. They loved it. They want more of it. Now we hopefully get DLC. It is clearly honed to almost perfection in development. The music really feels like they captured the 80s vibe of the TV show and the classic games overall. And it just feels like the developers were huge fans of the show and just super passionate about nailing this, and they did in fact nail it. They fired on all shurikens, if that makes sense. The graphics really are like, to me it felt like Ninja Turtles meets anime, but modernized. It's, again, as I said, Ninja Turtles on steroids, or sorry, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Time on steroids. The music's mostly great. I'm personally not a fan of the inclusion of like the rap tracks, but you don't really notice them in game as you would if you were just playing them off of YouTube. So and there's like tons of sound effects usually going on. So there's so much fan service. Like, there's tons of classic characters like Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't want to say any more than that. I'll spoil the game for you guys. All the Ninja Turtles are playable, as I said. Each character can be upgraded multiple times up, level by level, up to level 9. So it just makes your character stronger and unlocks moves, and just makes it easier to get through the game. This is the rare game I feel like that will make you happy, and like it feels like a true sequel. As soon as you play it, you're like, this is, you just get that feeling this is the game that we were hoping for, really hoping for. It's only $28.99 regular price, which is an amazing deal for what it is. And for the ride, you know, that's shelling awesome. So now, no game is perfect. There's some games that have come really close. So as amazing as Shelltacular as this game is, the biggest criticism I have for this game is the game's length. It only takes you about 2 hours to get through the story, and there's not really much else to do after that, unless you just want to keep upgrading your characters or unlocking, like, finding some of the secrets. So it also depends on the quality of the players joining you. Like, I got stuck a few times at bosses because I was playing with people that I guess they were beginners. They just started playing the game, and you know, previously I was playing with clearly some people that have been playing it for a bit, and people could just drop in and drop out. So that's what happens, I find, playing this game. The turtles really need more lines to say as you're playing through the game. I think they only have like a handful. And there's only one single taunt for characters, so when someone keeps taunting, and there's a reason they're taunting, if they taunt, they can level up their super attack like almost immediately, so it's really worth taunting, but it just gets annoying because it's the same sound effect over and over again, and that's a bummer, man. And I know that the game is value priced. I think that's to encourage people to buy it, adopt it, whatever, but I'm sure many fans, after playing this game, they would pay to play a more premium version of this game, or even a sequel, extra DLC, extra characters, extra stages, expansion, whatever. Just because it is kind of short, but what's there is like very good. Yeah, so more characters, more missions, more story. If the optional secrets, they're nice, but like it's just unlocking like stuff in a gallery. It's really not, you know, it doesn't add like any. It's not really tangible, as what I wrote. Like it doesn't really give you like extra gameplay rewards or anything, like extra costumes, like extra modes. Like I feel like we got spoiled with what we got, but unfortunately, like since the game is kind of short and sweet though. Yeah, and we received like an uber polished beat 'em up. It's just hopefully we do get DLC or a proper sequel, because this was just done so well. It pretty much is set up to, with the engine they've done and everything, the way they've designed this, it would be, you know, it probably wouldn't be too challenging to further refine this game. Like even if it had like a side story or, you know, multiple paths as well, that would work. There are some levels that are definitely mind-blowing, as I wrote, and there's other levels, like I noticed that some levels were homages to Turtles in Time, specifically like the surfing stages. There's like a stage I think that's similar to something that was in Manhattan Project on the Nintendo system, but it's just some levels are a lot more fun than others, and I feel like with a sequel they could hopefully balance it out. Despite all the criticisms, this is easily Game of the Year, if not like one of the finest and most welcomed sequels of like this decade, this current decade. It's not just hyperbole, this is like the finest sequel that I personally played, being since Streets of Rage 4, so that's pretty high praise. And I can't remember the last time, like before I played Streets of Rage 4, that I had that vibe, like this is so cool vibes, and like this game has it too. And it seems like a lot of people are affected by, sort of had that impression too. So this is really a slice of pizza that you've been waiting for. Eat one, but I recommend, you know, you at least eat one extra large with jelly bean toppings and whatever else Michelangelo wants to put on them these days. Cowabunga dudes, this is the Ninja Turtles that you've been waiting decades for, easily. So I don't usually throw around 10s to give perfect games, but this is really a 10, and at $28, like it's quite a good deal, and you'll be cowabunging all night long. Especially if you want to unlock, level up all the characters. So cowabunga dudes, check it out. Keep on game. Bye.